We'd do all these prototypes and everything was hand done. And then Guillermo said, and we need 15 of them.
David Cohen from Variety here. This is Artisans, and our guest this week is Kate Hawley, costume designer for Guillermo Del Toro's gothic romance Crimson Peak. I've been a fan of Kate since I interviewed her about her first film, Del Toro's Pacific Rim. In Crimson Peak, she finally gets to make some beautiful dresses, or frocks as she likes to call them, though with Del Toro, even frocks get a twist. Walk us through your process with Guillermo. He has spoken about being willing to let his artists sort of roam free.
To a point, he's still the king.
That's right.
He's still the king, but a benevolent one, right?
Kate and I have a relationship that is that of equal partners. I know she would die for the movie the way I would die for the movie.
Colour's the thing we started with, and he wanted buffalo to be a very big contrast to the old world of Lucille and Thomas, and it was about richness and like cornucopia and fertility, and Edith is the centre of this. These are an example of the flowers and the motifs for Ediths, so this sort of, again, a cornucopia of fertility and growth and warmth and richness in this butterfly. These are flowers that the girls all made by hand. These are the flowers that from Edith's the wedding coat, but they're giant violets, and violets was a symbol of memorial and mourning.
These look like they absolutely could have been on a very elaborate couture dress from that time.
Well, the thing is, you're working for Guillermo, and he says it's got to be beautiful. And Guillermo uses these things, and he will take a little close-up, and I don't want to control where he goes with that.
From now on, I want this house to contain nothing but friendship and love and warmth.
We ended up giving each dress a name. This was part of Edith's heartbreak dress, and then there's the Nancy Drew dress, was the gold dress in the house. And in contrast to that world, the Sharps world in Allerdale is barren and blue and black instead of gold and beautiful tobacco shades and starvation. Lucille says nothing grows here anymore, and that became the motif for her clothes, this barren physicality and the sense of trying to get her skeleton coming through the dress.
I never ever do eye candy, I do eye protein. I try to give you visuals that are powerful but nutritious in terms of content of story and character.
Symbols started, there's the obvious one, the butterfly and moth for the two women, so you have the world of the moon and Lucille being the moth and Edith being the butterfly.
I can imagine the two of you in here as children.
We were not allowed in here as children. We were confined to the nursery, in the attic.
There's a red dress she wears in the ball scene, and that was all about trying to recreate the skeleton, and we painted into the clothes to heighten the fact that you might feel her bones and rib through it, and the lace that we made became the leaves of this withered vine.
Edith, this is my sister.
That's the drop of blood dress, and the idea originally was that she'd just be wearing the black and buffalo, and then Guillermo came to me with this, he gets this naughty look when you know you want something. He goes, I think we need her as the drop of blood in the ballroom.
I said we need to put her in red and make this sort of big trail, like a pool of blood at her feet when she's playing the piano, because then I introduced the ring, which is also in red. We had very little time and no money, and it's one of the most stunning dresses in the movie.
Honestly, I've never had to do so many nightgowns in a movie. So many dressing gowns and nightgowns.
You wanted to do frocks.
Yeah, I did. No, and I'll never regret that. It was an amazing thing. So the difference between my experience in a normal period movie and then doing one with Guillermo is that you need a lot of everything because it gets mud and blood and rain on it.
The wood is rotting and the house is sinking.
We do other things to compensate, like with Lucille's dress. Yes, we need 10 of those, and we all nearly died because those things take weeks to build. But the clever way of doing it was to take the whole garland off and re-sew it onto the next dress. It's such a privilege to work on a movie like this. They don't happen very often, so we invested ourselves in it. It was a project of love, and we did the best we thought we could do at the time, and made every moment count.
This is your home now.